What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new video. In this video, I want to talk about an absolute game changer, and that is nootropics. I have made so much progress in the past 8 to 10 years ingesting various nootropics that I can firmly state, looking back at that period of time, that there's no way I could have made the amount of progress that I've made over this past 8 to 10 years without the nootropics. There is just no way in hell. So this is one of the reasons why I take these daily, you guys. It's because they benefit me greatly with my ability to focus, get stuff done, stay task-oriented, etc. So before we continue, I just want to say that there's certain substances that I can't really talk about here on YouTube, certain nootropics. I've noticed that when I talked about them in the past in videos, I ran into some issues. So I'm just kind of using nootropic, the term nootropic, as an umbrella term to describe many different compounds. And there are so many different nootropics that you can begin experimenting with. I also want to say, before I get into the rest of this video, that in no way, shape, or form am I suggesting that you take nootropics. In fact, no one really should without a firm foundation of research before they start, experimenting. So, there is, however, one nootropic compound that I do feel confident promoting, and that is Alpha Brain. Alpha Brain is very, very gentle compared to some of these more stimulating nootropics. This is one of the reasons why I promote it. Now, I took a break from Alpha Brain. I've been off it for a couple of months, but I do have another 90 count bottle coming in the mail. Alpha Brain is effective, you guys. It is very effective. The formulation that they've put together and the amount of compounds that they've mixed, it's just in my opinion, it's a perfect formula. So people have said, all you do is you talk about Alpha Brain because you make some affiliate money when you get people to click the links and buy it. That is not the case, you guys. Sure, it's nice to make a small commission for a sale, etc. But I promote Alpha Brain because I believe in the power of it. I don't promote things, I don't get behind things that I haven't thoroughly tested, because that would make me a piece of shit to just promote things with the sole intention of making money. No, any affiliate link that I've ever shared, I have tested extensively prior to me sharing it. Alpha Brain's incredible, you guys. It is non-stimulating. It doesn't jack you up like caffeine, but it does put your brain into a very energized state, but it's a very clean energy. So I've put links in the description box below. If any of you want to pick up a free bottle of Alpha Brain, all you got to do is click the links in the description box below. There's like 4 different products that you can get directly from Onnit for free as long as you pay the shipping. Oh, what do you mean? That's not free, Serpent. Well, you're paying the shipping. Alpha Brain is a very expensive supplement. You can get a bottle for $5. The shipping's $5. Would you rather spend $40? So get yourself a bottle for $5 and experiment with it. And there's a good chance that after experimenting with it, you're going to find that it works and you're going to want to keep taking it. So I am going to share a method in the near future on how to get this supplement much cheaper, because it is, I'm not going to lie, in my opinion, it is overpriced. There is no reason why it should be as expensive as it is, or as it currently is, at least in my opinion. So again, keep an eye out for that video. I'm going to share a little hack on how to get Alpha Brain for a fraction of the cost. But until then, you guys, I just want to say that nootropics, this is such a fascinating field of supplementation, because these are compounds that can really, if you find the right ones that work for you, they can really help you harness your brain power. They can really help you harness being task-oriented and like more driven. You know, that's one thing that many people struggle with, especially in such a crazy world like the one we live in. Many people just struggle to find the drive to be creative, or to find the drive with their already busy schedules to start new, start a side business, etc. So nootropics, if you find the right ones that work for you, and there's a good chance you'll find many that don't work for you, and in your trial and error, you will find ones that do work. But when you find ones that do work for you, you will find that you're much more driven. And a large reason why this is, you guys, is because they help you focus. A lot of us have difficulty focusing. And again, not to be repetitive, but this is largely due to the crazy world that we live in, where we're constantly burning the candle at both ends, burning through the midnight oil, trying to make ends meet. It can be so stressful living in this matrix, pig pen, land of the bottom feeder. And it's like grinding your gears constantly just to be able to pay the bills, burning through the midnight oil. It can really deplete your drive to be creative. And in my opinion, creativity is the precursor to abundance. It's also creativity is the precursor to your freedom. You can start your own businesses. You can use your own creativity to start something that can begin to generate income for you, to the point where if you do that long enough, you can become your own boss and escape the cultural 9-to-5 machine. Nootropics can help you do that, at least in my opinion. I'm not saying that this is factual in any way, shape, or form, but some of these compounds, you guys, they can really just help you harness your brain power. They're also very effective for Kundalini syndrome. I have a video where I discuss this called Life After a Kundalini Awakening. I'll try to remember to put the link to that video in the description box. But I talk about how after my first Kundalini awakening, it kind of fried me, because there was just so much going on. I processed so much data. My body and my brain was put into a gear that it had never been in before. And because of that, it stressed me the hell out. My body underwent a lot of stress from that Kundalini awakening. So after the Kundalini awakening, what I found, is that nootropics really helped me with the post-Kundalini experience symptoms, right? Kundalini psychosis is a very real thing, and I've never promoted Kundalini without firmly stating that there are innumerable dangers to this. I don't believe that it's evil in any way, shape, or form, but it is very dangerous to the culturally programmed mind to have Kundalini dissolve all those programs. So again, the nootropics helped massively with my post-Kundalini symptoms. More so than any other thing, guys. More so than any other thing. So definitely check out that video if you haven't already. But I would like with this video to inspire people to start researching nootropics. If you've found yourself in a rut, you guys, if you feel like no matter how much you try to just get into the right gear, if you're finding that you just can't do it regardless of how much you desire to, research nootropics. Because these can be 100,000% game changing. Sometimes they can just help you put that gear or get you into the right gear, right? Most of you are like 99% there. You're almost in gear, but you're just struggling to finally pull the lever over and get it into the right position, right? So nootropics can really help you do that, at least in my opinion. I have to be careful with the substances that I talk about on this channel, because YouTube does have some policies against just like talking about research chemicals, etc. So I'm not necessarily going to discuss any of the particular nootropics that I utilize. I will, however, say that there's a ton of them out there, and that you should use your own judgment after extensive research if you're like to discern which one you're going to start ingesting. Again, you've got to be careful. I've put disclaimers at the beginning and at the end of this video as well, because again, for as much benefit as you can get out of nootropics, you can do things wrong, you guys. Some of these nootropics on the market can be highly addictive and even dangerous. So you've got to tread the waters intelligently. You've got to use discernment, proper discernment. But I think that just to throw this in here, not to be repetitive, Alpha Brain is a great place to start, you guys. Alpha Brain, the original formula, and Alpha Brain Black Label. I really, really like Alpha Brain Black Label, but it is, in my opinion, it's almost like, I don't know why that formula is over $100. What the hell are they putting in the Black Label that costs that much money? There is no reason why that supplement needs to be that expensive. So Onnit actually sent me a free bottle of it in exchange for a review, and I loved it. I absolutely love it. But you pay over $100 for a bottle of Alpha Brain Black Label, and you only get, I think, 20 servings? Who can afford that? That's $1,200 a year. It's actually more than that when you factor into tax and shipping. Who can spend $1,200 a year on a supplement. And although I love Alpha Brain Black Label and it works incredibly well, in some ways it works better than the regular formula, I would, even if I had the money, I would never spend $1,200 a year on one supplement. Are you kidding me on it? So I'm a big fan of Alpha Brain, the original and the Black Label, but that is like almost like it's like a slap in the face. I'm going to spend $1,200 on a supplement. Fucking, are you kidding me? Really? Even the original formula is overpriced. So hopefully, I really think that Onnit would do better with their sales statistics if they lowered the price, because they would be able to reach a larger demographic of people who could afford it. Most of the quarrels or qualms or issues that people have with Alpha Brain or Onnit products in general is the price. Lower the price, you'll sell more, and over a period of time, you'll make more money. That's that simple. So again, keep an eye out for the hack video, you guys, where I show you guys how you can get Alpha Brain for a fraction of the cost. Because like lately, you guys, like with the way money is and how tight funds are, that's the reason why I haven't been taking Alpha Brain. That's the reason why I stopped taking it for a while. It's because it's like, Jesus Christ, this is way too expensive. And that's one of the reasons why I suggest that you take advantage of the links in the description box while you still can. I don't know how long Onnit's going to offer this deal. You can get a free bottle. You just pay the shipping. And that way you can spend the $5, test out the product, and if you like it, you can keep buying it. If you don't like it, you're only out $5. And I would imagine that if you're dissatisfied with the product, even if you got a free bottle from Onnit, I think that if you contacted them and told them that you were dissatisfied with the product, they'd probably even refund you the shipping money. It wouldn't surprise me. Onnit's a pretty good company and they have really good customer service. But the reason why I'm bringing that supplement up is because I think it's a really good introduction into the realm of nootropics. It's very gentle. It has a handful of safe constituents in it that are masterfully blended, and it does produce results. Give it a week before you say it doesn't work or it works. Many people find that it works immediately. I personally noticed that after about 3 days, that's when I started to notice the effects. The first day I took it, I noticed something. The second day, that particular something was a little bit stronger. And then on the third day, it was like, okay, I see what this is about. Okay. It really helps with verbal fluency. It really helps with focus as well and memory. It works with retention as well. Do many of you guys struggle to remember what you're reading? That's something that I've had issues with my whole life. Alpha Brain helps you retain information. When I started taking Alpha Brain, I was like, wait a minute. Like I'm remembering a large chunk of what I'm reading. After a chapter, or even after a page, I like to close my eyes and try to remember what I read. And with Alpha Brain, I could remember a lot more. And that's largely, in my opinion, due to the phosphatidylserine in the formula, as well as the Bacopa monnieri and the other constituents. Again, this is masterfully blended, and in no way, shape, or form is this a promotional video for Onnit. I'm just being honest with you guys that this is one of the nootropics that I really, really believe in and that I take regularly. I talk about it because I believe in it, and I believe in it because I've done extensive research and experimentation with it. Through my trial and error with various substances and nootropic formulas, I've found Alpha Brain to be one of the top tier nootropics, and it's readily available. It's expensive, but sometimes you get what you pay for. But there are various other nootropics, things like Noopept. Again, I'm starting to venture into a realm that I really need to not. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to talk about nootropics on YouTube because of policies, etc. But things like aniracetam, oxiracetam, these things have been absolute game changers. Things like piracetam, even things like KSM 66 ashwagandha. You guys, what are some other good ones? Solbutamine is a really good, very, very stimulating nootropic. Some of these nootropics, they shift your mind so much that it's like, whoa. They can put you into like altered states of consciousness. Literally. Some of these nootropics. That's how strong they are. I remember the first time I took solbutamine. I took some and I went for a walk, and about a quarter through the walk, it was like a light turned on. It was like, oh my God. I was processing data in my mind at such a fast speed. And on top of that, it altered the way that my eyes were like interpreting color, and it was almost like something turned the saturation up and everything was brighter. It was like, it was very, very euphoric, you guys. In all honesty, the first experience that I ever had with solbutamine, it was like, oh my God. And I continued to experiment with solbutamine. And although you don't get that magic from it the second day you take it, you do derive benefit from it. Or I can't say that you will. I can say that I did. But that's another problem. Many people, like these nootropics, the first time you take them, it's like, vroom, 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 you're just like beaming. And many people want to emulate that first experience, the magic of it. And when they find that they don't get that on the second day, they just disregarded it as non-effective. No, you guys. Oftentimes, they're still working. You're just not getting that incredible rush because your body has adjusted to it. That doesn't mean you're not getting the cognitive benefits, etc. You see, people approach things wrong. They approach things the wrong way. But I even, you guys, consider krill oil and fish oil, if taken properly. Even algae oil, vegan algal oil. I find that can even be remarkably nootropic. There's been a few times where I've suggested DHA supplementation to people, and when they started doing it, they were like, holy shit. When I took that fish oil or when I took that algae oil, my mind started working much, much better. And it's because of the fats, you guys, the healthy fats in those compounds. I do not suggest taking fish oil or algae oil every day. I use it sparingly. I feel a certain way when I know my body needs it, and I listen to my body. And when I get that feeling, I take the fish oil, and there we go. My body derives what it needs out of the fish oil, and then I very rarely anymore take it multiple days in a row. It's usually like once a week, sometimes 2 times a week, sometimes more. It really depends. Again, you got to listen to your body. You got to learn to listen to your body, guys. That's really the takeaway of this message, is learn to listen to your body. And if you do experiment with nootropics, you're really going to need to learn to listen to your body so that you can find what works for you and discard what doesn't, guys. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this one up. Links are in the description box below if you want to pick up some free On It products. There's also a short little write-up in there that I suggest reading where I talk more about nootropics. And here's the thing, guys. My website is about to launch very soon, before the end of the month. The website is going to have website exclusive videos that aren't censored. So on the website, I'll be able to share videos where I talk about all the different nootropics that I utilize. I won't have to worry so much about what I say and like fucking sneaking around, walking on eggshells. I'm sick of it. So make sure to keep an eye out for the .com. I'm not going to release the URL until the website goes live. There's also going to be a blog over there that I update daily, sometimes multiple times a day. The blog is going to allow me to give you guys a much closer behind the scenes look into my life. I'm going to share all of my supplement programs. There's going to be a store on there, you guys. There's going to be a ton of information. Again, there's going to be information over there that you're not going to be able to find here on YouTube or anywhere else online other than the .com. So keep an eye out for that, you guys. I'm going to announce the URL soon. I'm still tweaking some things, etc. And until next time, may peace be with you.